Alright guys, yo, it's Krim, and I'm back with another YouTube video. So, it's been definitely a hot minute since I last actually recorded something, but it's honestly really good to be back partially, and I'll be back with more content soon. But, I'm gonna quickly move aside from that because today is kinda huge. So early this morning, they just basically released a Splatoon 3 trailer, dropped a full, basically 3 minutes of a turf war match, and it was really, really, really good. So this video is just gonna be me really giving my thoughts, like first thoughts, because I'm just gonna have a lot of organized thoughts, and then we're gonna cut into the trailer footage where I'll be doing a lot of analysis and just talking about the things I've seen. So the first thing that I really noticed going into this trailer was that the game moves so much faster than Splatoon. Like, everything's so much faster. The specials, how the Inklings move, just everything. Like, all the specials that they show in the trailer just seem really snappy, really quick, and I honestly really like that, since a lot of specials in Splat 1 and Splat 2 were really committal, really had to commit to being in those specials and using them. So the fact that those specials really aren't committal as committal as they were previously is just really refreshing to me, to be honest. I also am really fond of seeing like weapons like Slosher and Octobrush come back. Like, it's really good to see them. I also noticed that with Slosher in particular, at least, they seemed like they gave it more feet paint now, made it paint its feet a little bit better, which is honestly like a really neat change. And I'm so glad Slosher can paint his feet now. Like, that is just one of the best changes to the weapon, and it just makes so much sense. It's so fucking good. Also, we got Bo's official name, and it's called the Stringer. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I called it Stinger in the live stream that I did, because I honest to God thought it was Stinger, and apparently it's Stringer, so I've been wrong for like, and I was wrong for like an hour, but it's fine. But I honestly really like Stringer. Like, it seems like a really cool weapon type, just in how it can put out so much chip damage, and while the paint's a little bit lacking, its chip damage potential seems really good, and how the arrows explode after you shoot them, and how it can shoot vertically and horizontally. I really can't wait to like have it be like a really good assist slash teamfight weapon, where it'll be like really good at like trapping people, and just making sure people can't escape and really can't leave many situations in neutral. Like, it's gonna be so handy for that, and I'm just really excited to see how good it'll end up being. Also, we saw subs like, oh, I'm really excited to see that utility has returned. Like, subs like Toxic Mist and Splashful making a comeback is so nice. I was kind of worried that we didn't see any utility in the first couple of trailers, but seeing Toxic Mist and Splashful just has me, like, reassured that utility is still alive and well. Also, what has me reassured is that, outside of utility, is that... What am I thinking of? Oh, they reworked Point Sensor. I really like this new Point Sensor-esque Point Sensor-esque sub, and just how, like, it functions like Point Sensor, and when you throw it, it marks someone, but it's now aligned instead of being like a circle and like radius, and I think it's really neat. And just how like they changed it that way. It seems like it also does a little damage, because I remember like hearing hit markers, seeing hit marker sounds, or hearing hit marker sounds, not seeing, God. I'm just being chaotic right now. Just hearing the hit marker sound is really neat, to be honest. So hopefully it does a little bit of damage, but just seeing it mark people and be designed like that is really neat. I really like it. I really, really love the special design so far. I'm really liking these specials. They are so unique. Particularly, Vacuum, which has been affectionately dubbed Luigi's Mansion. And I think it should be forever dubbed Luigi's Mansion till the end of time. I think that's what makes sense. Because Luigi's Mansion just makes sense to me. So, Vacuum's Luigi's Mansion now. I don't make the rules. But I really love its design. Because I always wanted them to toy with the idea of having a special that either absorbs or gets rid of enemy ink. And having that in a way where it's like, it gets rid of enemy ink, but also like, makes it your own. So like, you suck up enemy ink and then turn it back to your own, and then you shoot it out at the end. It's just really refreshing. And I can't wait to see how that special does in modes like zones, especially in ending zone fights, where like you're firefighting for the zone, it's really close, you might have to clutch up. Just having that special there to absorb enemy ink and stop them from retaking just sounds so handy. Like, it's gonna sound like it's so nice to have. Like, holy shit. Like, that sounds so refreshing, dude. Just the potential for that just sounds really fucking good. Like, the potential for that just sounds really good. And it's just really good to see. Because, like, again, I really wanted them to toy with that for a long time, so seeing it is nice. And Ink Strike coming back is something I didn't expect. Like, the new Ink Strike capsule thing kind of combines aspects of missiles, Ink Strike, and Bomb Rush. Or, like, you have the Bomb Rush animations and how you throw them. You have Ink Strike, and then when you throw the capsules, Ink Strikes are summoned down from the sky. And then you have the missiles part, where, like, you have 3 missiles strapped to your back. And just how it's designed is very missile-esque. Like, it's honestly, like, really refreshing to just, like, kind of see the specials get remixed and see some of the ones that have similar qualities with each other just kind of get, like, openly combined. Like, I'm really glad to see that. That's something I'm really happy for. Also, Zipcaster looks amazing. It now has its own, like, marker, its own indicator, which is so nice. I love that. Has its own indicator now. It's not using inkjet placeholder, which really helps it stand out. And just how quick it is, it's not as committal, it's as committal as inkjet, but it's a lot quicker. So it means every decision you make in Zipcaster really has to count, and I really appreciate that part. Like, that's so nice. Also, Big Bubbler, while I was very scared of it initially and how they would design it, I honestly kind of like the route they're going. Like, opponents can still shoot out of it, which definitely had me panicking in the first few seconds when I saw the trailer. But the fact that, like, yes, your opponents can shoot out of it, but not only is it very committal... Oh, that is the dumbest place for Power Climb. Not only is it, like, very committal, like, you have to commit to Big Bubbler, but it shrinks over time, and it can be broken. So, like, yes, you could shoot out of it, and it's probably very good for Char checkpoints, if you want to hold a spot on the map, but other than that, I'm, like, very excited to, like, see how it's used and what weapons it gets put on. It's gonna be so refreshing to see that. Like, holy shit, I'm happy. That's really nice. I'm trying to think of what else in the trailer just has me vibrating up and down, real happy. Just, honestly, there's just so much good to take in. Oh, yeah, the UI. I honestly really like the new UI. It's definitely different, a different vibe, but I really like the weapon UI, and just, like, the colors and how they're designed. Like, just something about it just really screams Splatoon to me. I also love the new sub and special UI in the top right. It's really good. Like, it's so nice. Like how there's little notches in the special meter, so you can see, like, specifically where you're at. And it even helps you, like, figure out what 10-point increment you're at, which is really nice. There's also... I'm trying to think here. Yeah, but then the yellow, like, sub-weapon icon helps it stand out, and that's really nice, too. I also like the new, special animation, like, when you get your special. Just that very distinct flash, like, the very distinct flash in the Shing sound effect they play with it is really nice. I like that, too. Like, it makes it even more apparent, along with the glowing hair, that you have your special. You should maybe pop that. Also, the new def indicators are really nice, and how even if you turn away, you can see where someone has gotten splatted. That's super helpful and just kind of makes information easier to take in, which I think is really nice for Splatoon, because Splatoon can be genuinely overwhelming to play, so having a way to take in information a little less is so nice. And just make information easier to consume. Also, the music. Like, the music in this trailer is a slightly improved version of the song we heard the first time when they first showed this map. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. I think it was called Clickbait? Something like that. Something of that nature. But they changed it, and it sounds amazing in this trailer. It sounds really good. I kind of like what they did with it. I don't know exactly what they changed, but they definitely changed how it sounds. And I'm kind of down for it, to be honest. Like, I like how it sounds. I like what they did with it. Just overall, like, really, really fucking nice. Also, the gameplay footage is by no means final, but I really like these kits. Like, I would say the 2 kits that stick out to me the most are Splattershot Pro having the Point Sensor-esque sub and Crab Tank, and then Stringer having Toxic Mist 5.1. Like, I think Toxic Mist 5.1 is genuinely a really good kit, and, like, I don't want people to sleep on that, especially if Stringer gets it in the final game. Like, I think that'll be so strong in just how well it controls space and how much it can do. I think that'll generally be really good. I will say, I did kind of wish we could have seen some more dualies in this trailer, or at least seen dualies confirmed other than Galuga, because, like, right now, Galuga's the only dualie out of the bunch to actually be confirmed to be in the game, and, like, it's not like the others are going anywhere, I just really like to see them. It's also really nice to see Brellas coming back as well. Like, we already saw Undercover in one of the first trailers, but seeing normal Brella, seeing its canopy shape, stuff like that, is really nice. Like, that's so good. I'm so happy to see it. Like, that genuinely makes me really happy to see Brittle back. And it looks like they straightened out the canopy a little bit, so it looks a little taller, and just kind of makes it a little clearer to, like, work with, which is honestly really nice. So, like, that's good too. I'm trying to think what else in the trailer I was really fond of. Oh, there are some things I was kind of like, on. I'm honestly not particularly fond of the fact that, like, This Way and Booyah are still our only ways for communication. I think that's a little scuffed. Genuinely. Like, I really would have preferred to see more communication. A lot more communication than This Way and Booyah. Or This Way, Booyah, and Ouch. Like, there could have been so much more they put there, and we're still using only two like, up and down arrows on the D-pad, and it's been, like, how many years? Like, literally 7? Like, can we please get some more options? That would be so fucking nice. Like, can we please get some actual variation? It'd be, like, genuinely so good to see it. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, Stringer looking cool. Oh, there's one thing I am curious of, though, is that what is the training room gonna look like? Like, we still haven't really seen the training room, and, like, it'll definitely probably be a while before we see it, but I still want to see what the training room looks like, because I really hope they improve in this game and just make information easier to consume in the training room. Like, I want to see that, like, way more. But, like, I love the UI, I love how smooth this game looks, how it feels, just looks and probably feels really smooth to play, and I love how all the specials are really snappy. So we'll get into specific details, probably in a more organized, like, notes section in a second. But yeah, I really love how Splatoon 3 is looking so far, and me and the rest of Cherry Limeade have been really, like, theorizing for the longest time that Splatoon 3 would be a snappier game with a lot more focus on specials being pop and go, and it's really nice to see that design direction come through full force. So, I'm probably going to transition to a more analysis section now, so y'all can stop looking at me play Splatoon 2 horribly, and we can get into this 3 analysis, so trailer footage should be coming up right about now. Alright, so gotta have trailer footage going in the background as I just run y'all down through some of the things that I noticed talking with the gamers on stream and just watching this trailer multiple times today in general. So the first thing we actually see right off the bat is that you have what appears to be a brief amount of spawn invincibility. With your Inklings flashing at the start, it implies that 5 seconds, for about a few seconds after you land, you have spawn invincibility, which is really good and just helps to avoid spawn camping, which makes the whole coffee machine thing and just choosing where you land all the better. Really just makes it come together. We also see a lot of specials get popped in this trailer, and I want to touch on those. So, Big Bubbler, first of all. Big Bubbler, if you pop Big Bubbler, you can shoot out of it. You can shoot out of it, and your opponents can damage it, it seems like, since there are, like, baller hit marker sounds on the edge of the shield. And you can break Big Bubbler by damaging the top of it, and we can see that the top is damaged. Top can be damaged by the bow player doing it later in this trailer. We also see a brand new look at the new special, which people have been affectionately calling Luigi's Mansion. It sucks up any enemy ink being aimed at it, and then repurposes it to your own ink, and then fires it back out in an explosion. This is really, really good, and I'll get to more why as in the analysis video. We also see that chargers have a brighter indicator to when they have a charge stored, or when they have a charge fully charged, which is really neat. Just gives you a visual indicator that, hey, this charger might dome you if you stay too close. So that's really nice. We also see that Zipcaster has its own unique landing icon instead of using the inkjet reused one. And we also get a better look at some of the specials, being like Crab. Like Crab, for instance, is like right now in this footage. Crab, you pop it, the crab simply appears to you, and then when you're done with it, it simply disappears. No recall, no nothing. Very pop and go. We also see Stringer with bow. It can fire three arrows horizontally and vertically, but they don't paint that much. And they explode upon impact with the ground or player. Or no, not upon impact. They explode upon impact with players, but if they hit the ground, they take a little bit to explode. We also see that 5.1 is fully automatic, which we already knew, but it's really good to see it in action, that it'll pick a target and then choose another one if it, like, there's just another one if that target has died, so that's really neat. I'm trying to think what else is in this trailer. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Toxic Mist and Splash Wall are making returns. We see them on the kits of the bow and the 52 gal. We also see that, oh yeah, what is it? We also see that the Splattershot Pro has a point sensor-esque sub-weapon that they're using here, and they throw it out, and it goes in a straight line, and when it hits an Inkling, they get marked. We don't know what it does do if it doesn't hit anyone. I've heard ideas suggested that it could be like a tripwire, where like if you step in the line, you get marked. We also do hear the hit marker sound when it hits an Inkling, so that could imply that they actually take damage from it, which would be pretty neat. But it seems to be just like a new take on point sensor, which I'm super down for. We also see that, towards the end of the trailer, we see Squid Surge, or Squid Roll. So, basically, if you look at the GP page and you translate it to English, it mentioned that Squid Surge and Roll, that you have a little bit of invincibility at the start. We see this in the trailer because the 52 actually, like, takes a few bullets from the Splattershot player, and they live it. So, it's really weird. That's gonna have to be something we actually get a chance to like see and look at a little more and see how it impacts the game, but it's definitely something to consider and see how it plays out. But that's basically everything from Splatoon 3. I'm really excited for this game, and I can't wait to get another look at it. I'll have an analysis video up soon, and I'll talk to you later. If you like what you saw, maybe consider subscribing. Bye-bye.